I always loved this area.
I know, it's like...
Hanging gardens.
Oh, look at it. Oh. That is so cool.
Touchdown concourse. This is the last and final boarding opportunity for Atlanta Flight 715 at gate C33. All data passengers must be on board at this time. Boarding cards can and will be deleted to accommodate standby passengers. Last call, Atlanta 715.
Well, we have just arrived in Spokane.
Hello.
And
Good. Luggage in with us?
It's up to you. I can put in the back if you would like.
No worries.
Yeah. It took a little bit for you guys to find here or no?
no, super easy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Where are you folks coming from?
Denver.
Ooh.
What about you?
So, I'm a Brazilian.
Well, we have like 3 hours to kill before this guy's car arrives. We flew to Spokane, Washington, because he's buying an 82? 83 Mercedes 123 240.
Yeah.
And we have to drive it all the way back to Colorado.
It's about a 15-hour drive.
I just got back from Washington. Literally, I just bought a Sunraider and
Drove through Washington.
drove through it. Now we gotta drive out of Washington again.
Yeah, well.
Are you excited?
You shouldn't be friends with me then. I don't know.
I know, that's true. I know why I shake my head sometimes.
Yeah, no, I'm super excited. Super excited.
It's only got like 123,000 miles.
120,000.
My Turbo D has 345,000. His is 123.
My E38 has more miles than that.
That's crazy.
I know.
So
So
we-
it's like, it's 12 years newer. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we gotta, I mean, it's a diesel, so I got a lot of faith in it, but we gotta trust it to drive all the way back to Colorado. And then we have 2 storm systems. I looked that up while I was working out. Actually 3 technically.
We gotta go through one here.
Gotta go through here, and then one in Idaho, Montana,
Yeah.
and then we have another one in Colorado and Wyoming. 3 frickin' storms.
Fingers crossed the 240 can make it.
So now I'm gonna go swim.
I
Does-
love a bunch of like sweats and shit.
Like a bunch of layers.
Just in case they have to sit there.
But this is nice. You know, the perks of COVID is nobody is really at hotels anymore.
Yeah.
So we got this whole entire hotel to ourselves, which is pretty cool. Now I'm gonna take out this fancy air chair. No.
Tropics in the Pacific. This is our low that is on the doorstep of the Pacific Northwest. There's that front. And if you zoom in,
I think we messed up on the timing.
We really screwed up.
At least we're gonna beat that.
Yeah, but look at this. We are starting right here. Right here. This is where we're driving. We gotta go all the way through there. Just
That is off
Look,
the
you
coast
can even
right
see it.
now.
Look at all.
Gets it in Pacific Northwest by
we are buying a rear-wheel drive car. We don't even know the tires.
South of our Canadian middle and upper level low,
you can get them
and
at
by
Walmart.
Sunday, here it is
Look at this.
in the eastern part of the country.
All right.
So this is going to be a quick
It's gonna be fun.
that could bring some
Fun,
stuff
fun,
and maybe
fun. All right, here's the moment of truth. Where is your? Where's the? You have to get NAD. I got an 85 wagon.
The
TD, that's what they're called?
Yeah.
S300 TD?
Yeah.
Those are the
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Extra dash. Forgot about that.
Yep. Extra dash.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Sweet. I have extra dash and fence and whatever else. I'll go there. Yeah. Just had that laying around. Yeah. Looks pretty good. I like it. How long have you had it, you said? Okay, sweet. Almost 6 months. Nice.
I like the color.
I like the color a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can assume the heat works.
yeah.
Because it's nice.
Oh yeah. Right here. The center ones, they're
Like 90 down the highway. So I'm like, great. Now I gotta, fuck with it while I'm doing 90 down or whatever. Can I start it? Yeah, of course. Yeah, 2 cycles through. Nice. Turn up the idle controller and start up. That's pretty good. It's really clean under there too.
It's a heck of a lot quieter than my 240 was.
Does it?
Yeah.
Really? I feel like this is a little bit faster too. It sounds pretty smooth. Dang, yeah. I like this a lot. The air filter.
Sweet. Well, Craig just bought the car. It's actually pretty cool. 123,000 miles. And the first stop we're going to is Frank's Diner. There's not a lot of restaurant options around here. I think we go this way or that way. Oh man, first stop with the car.
Feels good.
And we got 980 miles to go home. Thank you.
Man, that's what.
Oh. What?
Doors been open.
Oh.
Freezing my ass off the entire time while I'm in there.
What a cool place.
That is pretty cool.
Like, probably the best restaurant we can have in Spokane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here. That's just cool. So we plugged the diesel in overnight. Keep the old block warm. And it worked. Thanks, Hilton. That is quite the extension cord.
So this is strength. Need a key flip.
Here, I'll set up your dash. So the car's running pretty darn good. We have a slight issue at the beginning of the brakes are sticking.
they're building up pressure in the master cylinder, and we don't know why. And the guru back home, John Waldron, who's like an expert with 240s, he didn't know why either. But we loosened the main nut on the front of the master cylinder in hopes that to relieve some of the pressure, and so far it's not sticking because we're doing 75.
And 70 going up the hill.
Yeah, and we just did a pretty big hill back here. So far so good. We're in Idaho now. We just left Washington, and these views are
Pretty good.
pretty legit.
I'll take it.
I think we're in Coeur d'Alene.
I think so.
Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Oh man, look at that view.
Wow. Look at that. It's like coming back from Vail, but with lakes.
With lakes, yeah. So we'll see what. Everything seems to be checking out good. Heater works amazing in this, which is a major plus because we have literally 3 freaking snowstorms we gotta go through. We have one in Idaho, Montana border, one at Wyoming, Montana border, and then one in Colorado. And the temperature at the highest point is 26 degrees, so it's gonna be interesting but chilly. So I'm glad the heater works. And wow, look at that. That is incredible. Well, brakes are sticking. Is it better? Brakes are sticking. To the point that we're only doing 40 going over the highway, so. Montana! That is Montana, look at this.
Going into Montana at 35 miles an hour.
Oh yeah, 35. Feisty miles an hour. Well, this is kind of a tough sight to see. I hate seeing this. It's quite sad in my eyes, but there's a 123 sedan just rotting away there. And then here's a 123 wagon just rotting away there too. It looks in good shape too. So that's always tough. I hate seeing these cars just forgotten about, because honestly they probably didn't break down. The owners just gave up on them, and it makes me sad. This thing's running like a champ though. It's we're in Missoula, Montana, and it is minus 22 with the wind chill. I kid you not, it is. It's cold. I mean, it doesn't feel like minus 22.
Yes, it does.
Oh, think so?
And it actually feels more like minus 23 specifically, but
I'm weird with cold. I guess I don't mind cold. But we cars are running good. Brakes are still sticky, but we're gonna go to the Schwab and see if they can flush the system. I think there's sediment in the brakes, but it's doing good. I mean, doing 213 miles, and we still have more than half a tank of gas.
yeah.
Of diesel, I should say. Like,
You know, don't make that sin.
these cars do so good in the on fuel economy. I want that wagon. You know what? This is what it looks like. That is what it looks like. God dang it. It's just spinning. It's just fucking spinning. Hold on, I'm gonna grab my. Oh my god. That's hilarious. So that is the ramp of death. And why I say that is
My
because
tire's spinning?
is your tire spinning right now? It is spinning. The tire is spinning, and we are stopped. You're on the brakes, right?
I'm completely on the brakes.
He's on the brakes, and his tires are spinning. Oh, for God's sakes.
All right, you ready?
Well, so the tires are crappy, and we need to try to gain as much forward momentum to get up this on-ramp because, all right, you're clear on the right, you're clear on the left. And why that is because these tires are crappy, and Montana does not plow their on-ramps, so it's just a sheet of ice. All right, I think you can pick up the top. Yeah, you got it. Nice. All right, well. Got that one.
Boy.
Yeah, what about yours?
An hour west of Bozeman. 2 hours west of Bozeman.
She's getting good gas mileage, she's cruising it, you know.
75 miles an hour.
Still good. Averaging 27.
I missed the mileage.
What is it at now?
It's at 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8.
Oh, no.
Darn it. Darn it. It's like a once in a lifetime thing.
Oh, no.
Damn it.
That was what? Was that before the gas station?
Yeah, that was way before the gas station. I only had like 50 miles to go, and I totally whiffed on
I don't know if you can see that, but this GoPro kind of makes things too small. But there is a smokestack over there that's giant, and I'm pretty sure my dad worked there back in the late 60s, early 70s. I think it's called the Anaconda Smelter. And the photos that he has is crazy. These giant ladles of molten copper, I think, is what they were refining. And he had some crazy stories with that as well. He was talking about how the ladles would sometimes tip and the hot molten would come down on workers. And they had a death, I don't know exactly what he said, but it was quite frequent. But he said it was the most brutal job, one of the most brutal jobs that he had was working there. I'm pretty sure that's it. It's also one of the tallest smokestacks in Montana, I think. It's like 500 or 600 feet. I'll have to look that up to get an exact number. But
it. Watch it be like 150 feet.
150 feet. Pretty crazy though. And he also climbed that stack with his buddy back in the day. And I guess they said it was utterly terrifying. So, a little history there for you. Well, it's like minus 11, but car is running like a champ. Even with our little brake issue that we keep having. I mean, look at this. Oh, and by the way, the tires are absolutely shitty. I mean, definitely not snow tires, but overall, it's doing pretty dang awesome.
It's freezing.
It's like minus 11 out here. Well, actually negative 23 last time we checked. But the car is running great. Everything's good on it. We should actually check the oil level one more time.
What?
I'm gonna check the oil level one more time.
Okay.
Yeah, it's running actually really, really good. We're cruising 85, 90, and gas mileage is incredible for how cold it is out here. So we have essentially 4.5 hours left. We're gonna get in at 3:30 in the morning. This trip's like been 20 hours, you know that? We left at 7 this morning.
Well, we messed around in this one for a bit.
How do we mess around for 5 hours? It's a 20-hour trip.
Every minute's a mile, dude.
God.
The oil. I'm
All right, yeah, you warm up in the car. My hands aren't really working anymore. So, anyways, we're at the last stint of the trip. We beat 2 big storms, and we should be in Denver by tonight, hopefully. I'm hoping by tonight. Well, 3 a.m.-ish. So, but the car has taken us this far, and they're so good. If you're thinking about getting a diesel, they're freaking amazing. Hence why I have one, and now Craig has one. So, yeah. Thanks for watching.